Y'all killing me with this.
And he's already sucking dick, making these goddamn faces. He's like, hey, you guys are so goddamn funny. Will you let me back in the crew, please? Would you let me back in the crew so I can... I'm more... Like, shit's been real bad since you set me free, Logan. Like, Logan legitimately, like, you remember the movie Harry Potter? And there was that guy, Dobby. And he was like, oh, I'm Dobby. He had those weird ears. He's skinny as fuck. That guy used to beat the shit out of him because he was like a slave, right? And then one day, Harry Potter, he takes a sock, he puts it in the book, right? The guy gives the book to Dobby, and Dobby goes, oh my God, you gave me a piece of clothing. That means that I'm free now. So the guy, like, Harry Potter, like, tricked this dude into, like, setting Dobby free, right? And that's kind of what Logan did. Logan gave this little midget a sock, and he was like, you're free, bro. You could do whatever you want. He releases him in the hills of Los Angeles, where there's like coyotes and eagles and shit all around, waiting to fuck this little dude up. And he goes, have fun, bro. I'll see you never. And then 5 years later, the guy shows up looking like this, laughing his ass off, waiting to get back into the goddamn crew. That's rich. That's rich. So now, let's hear a little bit of a story from Mr. Mamba.
Hey, buddy.
What up?
How the fuck are you, dude?
I'm good. I'm doing good. Definitely. I'll be vulnerable. I'll be real right now. I'm at a reset at a point in my life right now.
A what?
A reset. That makes sense.
For sure.
Not a midlife crisis. A reset.
Yep.
Trying to figure things out. As you guys remember from my last episode, I go, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with my life, and I walk out.
Ooh, now remember. He said that because we're about to dive into that episode. Let's take a pause from this one. Let's take a pause from this one and take a trip down memory lane. He like doesn't even know what to fucking do with himself in this whole situation. Watch this.
Hey, I didn't give him a heads up. I kind of just put this on him. Didn't give him a heads up because that's what you do. You don't give a heads up. You expect
Did we give him a heads up? I think
No,
we did.
you
I think we
didn't.
texted
No,
him 30 minutes earlier and said, Evan, please come down to the dinner table. We want to talk about this thing. We waited a half hour. From Mac,
I did not get that text.
I don't know if you're paying attention.
Now wait until you hear the context of this little tuffle right here and the shit that's going to be said after. So right now they're arguing. The guy, the little midge, he's like, you never give anybody like a heads up. You always want us to like deal with stuff like right here in the moment. And like, I can't just drop what I'm doing. I can't just drop Fortnite in the middle of a goddamn ranked match to come down and talk to you about some stuff. You want to know what they were calling this guy down to talk about? And they're sitting there saying, well, we actually texted you like and said we would talk in like a half an hour. So we gave you a half an hour head start to come downstairs and talk about it. You want to know what they were talking about? This guy this midget lost a Rolex at Coachella, right? A Rolex that was gifted to him by Logan Paul. A Rolex that he did not pay a cent for, right? He lost the Rolex. He starts crying his fucking eyes out. Crying his eyes out to Logan. I lost the Rolex. I don't know what to do, man. It's like a $50,000 watch, man. Logan's like, bro, like, I paid for the watch, bro. You want me to buy you another one? He's like, that's not the point, man. You're not listening to me. He's like, Logan's like, I paid for the watch, man. I'm telling you, like, it's cool, bro. Like, I don't care, man. Like, let's just get past it. Let's go to Coachella. I'll buy you a new watch when we get back. He's like, no, man, but you're not listening to me. So Logan goes, bro, I'm getting bored, bro. I want to go and do Coachella. So then when they get back, Logan goes, okay, man, hey, I'm sorry about what happened at Coachella. In a half an hour, do you want to come downstairs and talk about it with us? Me, you, and Mike, we could talk about Coachella and like smooth it all out. I feel really bad. This midget sees the text. He goes, fuck that. I'm playing Call of Duty. He blows Logan off. So now he's sitting there crying and shit about this whole Coachella situation, saying, Logan, you don't give me time for my feelings. And Logan's like, well, I mean, I called you down for this meeting and like you were like busy playing video games and shit. Like, what are you talking about?
put this on him. Didn't give him a heads up because that's what you do. You don't give a heads up. You expect.
Did we give him a heads up? I think
No,
we did.
you
I think we
didn't.
texted
No,
him 30 minutes earlier and said, Evan, please come down to the dinner table. We want to talk about this thing. We waited a half
I did
hour.
not get that
We waited a half hour.
From
Mac,
I did not get that
I don't know if
text.
you're paying attention. My friend Mac, he's known me since elementary school. One of my best friends. He said the hardest thing about living in this house right now is operating on your schedule. Like everything operates around your schedule. And unfortunately, bro, that's just the way things tick right now. And also, I have zero sympathy for waiting for video games if you're not making money or a career out of it. Absolutely zero. I'm sorry. I don't. Absolutely zero. I could give a fuck.
That's what I was gonna say from Logan's perspective. I think like what Mike was getting at from a productive standpoint, where's the value in the purpose behind the video games and like not.
Quite honestly, Spencer, I don't know what the fuck to do with my life, dude. I'm lost as fuck. And when I go, I just have to take a break.
Yeah, you're good, bro.
I just have to.
It's fine.
Come on, bro.
No, dude.
You hear this guy? So they go and ask him. They go, "Yo, bro, like, why you playing video games from like a production standpoint? What value do they have?" And he goes, "I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with my life, man. It's fucking crazy." And then he walks off this goddamn set, right? He's crying his ass off. And then he gets upset that he showed him such a vulnerability on camera, right? He walks off the set. He's like kicking chairs and shit. He's like, "God damn it, stop crying. This is embarrassing, man." Like,
and when I go, I just have to take a break.
Yeah, you're good, bro.
I just have to.
It's fine.
Come on, bro.
No, dude, embrace it, bro.
This is tough for me.
This is a real episode.
This is really
Do you
tough.
want to just get off of it? Or like push off of it, something else?
see, so now it's come to a screeching halt. They don't know what to do. And then, look, when he comes back, right? He ends up ruining the mood again. They finally get him back, right? And they go, "Yo, man, let's talk. You want to talk about something else? Like, this shit seems a little heavy, right? All this midget talk, right? You want to talk about some funny shit? Maybe we could talk about fucking bitches, bro." Like, and he's like, "Nah, man, I want to talk about the midget stuff again."
All the time.
That's humanity. So like for you to be talking about this, like don't feel weak because it's okay to address that. And I know we're on the podcast, but I feel like that can really help people, man. For us to figure out why you're feeling
I
those
just don't
things.
like doing this type of shit on cameras.
Yeah,
I really don't. This is same thing with vlogging. The thing in life, I think, there's a line in life where to turn off and shut off the cameras. And this is one point I think to shut off the cameras is I don't like. I think it's hard to talk things like this on camera because it's too real for me, and I don't think we get.
Why are you looking at
Because this was your fault.
I didn't know it was going to go this deep.
I don't think we get.
Look, he goes, "I don't want to talk about this because it's too real to talk about in the cameras." You want to know why it's too real? It's because they're sitting there pointing out how like he's spent the last 2 years basically playing video games in his room. He's not making any vlogs. He's got over 2 million subscribers on YouTube at the time. He's got over 2 million followers on all his other platforms at the time. He could be doing and making so much goddamn money. Instead, he's literally doing this to himself by sitting in a room and playing video games. And the craziest fucking part about it is this guy could have been streaming the shit the entire time. Like, PewDiePie had been playing video games on YouTube for like 10 years before this guy even came on the goddamn scene. Like, so he could just, do a PewDiePie and do all those video games. He could just go online, make all this fucking money. Instead, he's sitting there wasting the fuck away. And Logan and these guys are sick of it. So they're talking to him about it. And now that he's getting blasted on air, he's like, "I can't talk about this, man, because it's too real." It's too real because you know that you did it to yourself. And now you think that there's no way out of it because you're so fucked. You're so deep in this goddamn hole. You should have had a little bit of forethought, man. You should have known. The midget thing can only go so high, metaphorically speaking, all right?
I don't think we actually get to the point of reasoning when the camera's in the face. You don't really get to the point. It's because you got people watching and it's like you gotta entertain them and you gotta like.
But
I
think
forgot the cameras were there.
think about this though. You could be right. I'm not taking it away from you, but also I think that's the thing about vlogging and all these other mediums is that the podcast gives us the ability to be real and people can listen in on that, because if all these people that are watching only watch vlogs, like they're not getting anything real. So like if they're watching right now, people are strapped in. Like they're down to learn from this situation as we are too.
And by the way, I will say, like I am.
See, right now we're strapped in because we want to see this midge crumble, bro. That's what we want. We don't give a fuck about none of the other shit.
And hold my fart like a bong rip.